Happy Saturday from Finley Stadium as Match Week 20 rolls along with Chattanooga FC hosting Orlando City B. Thanks so much for joining us this evening for MLSNextPro.com and One Football. I'm Philip Galani. Both of these sides level on points coming into tonight with a chance to climb atop the Eastern Conference with a win. Chattanooga yet to lose a match since the end of May in what was a 5-2 thrashing by none other than Orlando City B. Since then, though, the hosts have put together an impressive string of performances. Meanwhile, the visitors grinded out a tough 2-1 win on the road last week. Matthew Belgodier snatching the winner against FC Cincinnati 2, setting up a marquee match tonight. The third meeting this season between these two clubs. One win apiece and all to play for with a chance to top the Eastern Conference on the line. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for both sides first with head coach Richard Dixon and the first 11 for the Blues on home soil once again. Eldin Jakupovic gets the nod in between the posts. He led the league in saves and clean sheets last year en route to an MLS Next Pro Best Goalkeeper of the Year title. The double center half pairing of Matthias Hanchard and Farid Sarsar anchors the back line with Nashville man Isaiah Jones in the middle of midfield. To his left, Alex McGrath, 5 goals, 1 assist on the season. Tate Robertson with 7 goals and 4 assists to round out the midfield. And then up top, keeping the pace on the Golden Boot standings, is Alex Krell. The Mount Morris, Illinois native has 8 goals in his last 8 matches. Flanked to his left by Daniel Mangarov and Damian Barker-John on the right. This team has plenty of attacking options, but so too does Orlando City B. Third in the league in goals and shots. This is a potent offense led up top by Pedro Leao, the Flamengo Academy product, just 20 years of age, looking to break his duck. He hasn't scored since June 7th versus Carolina Core. In goal, Juan Rojas gets the nod. The Valencia, Venezuela native, just 17 years of age, will step in for just his 5th start of the season. Keep an eye on the wingbacks for both sides. On the left to here, Reed Brown. On the right, Titus Sandy Jr. looking to provide some width. Orlando with a very direct attacking offense, and that gives plenty of space as well for Matthew Belgodier and Gustavo Caraballo to operate in the final third as well. Head coach Eddie Wilding looking to guide this side up to the top of the table tonight. Well, it is a lovely day for it here. The fans have filed in. Chattanooga will be on the left side of your screen. The sky blue and navy hoops. Orlando City B with the yellow tops and purple shorts. Shane Lane is tonight's official. The noise has already started from the Blues faithful. It is a fervent crowd here at Finley Stadium, as always for this club. Such a difficult environment to play in for any visiting team, and that's something that head coach Eddie Wilding spoke on at length. We had a chance to catch up with him this week. With the third match of the season between these two sides, they know what to expect in terms of how they will approach play. But then again, there's always a chance you can switch things up a little bit, especially with the experience of this Chattanooga side and of the Orlando side as well. This is a young Orlando City B team that have played together through the academy for many, many years. And they will try and pin Chattanooga deep in their own third to start this one. Physicality of this contest, something to watch out for. Coach Richard Dixon spoke on the importance of winning the second ball, the knockdown, the 50-50 duels. On paper, Chattanooga is a little bit of the bigger side, taller. They have some height, especially in the final third. So controlling the bouncing ball will be pivotal if they are to progress it forward. First few touches for Juan Rojas. Has nearly a century of appearances in the last 4 years with the Orlando City Academy. This is a good-looking move early on from the visitors. They have numbers going forward here. Haruna can't pick out the option. Squaring it across. Here's Leao, wants the 1-2. Still going, and then too many bodies in front. Player down off the ball as the referee motions for the throw-in. Is Alex Krell, who is slow to rise. Just 2 off the Golden Boot race. Mariv Kovac of Atlanta United 2 with 13. Couple of players into double digits. Krell sitting in second with 11. 4th all-time in Chattanooga goal scoring, chasing the likes of club legend Marcus Nagelstein. Jones. Going direct for Krell, and he can't quite take it down. Rojas will keep it in play. That is the Route 1 nature to watch out for today. Krell with that breakaway speed. Chattanooga see the lane to get him the ball direct early, and often they will take it. Reed Brown, nowhere to go. All the way back. Rojas forced to clear. Not a convincing one. Jones there. Fighting for it with Haruna. Orlando unable to clear their lines. Robertson now. He does like a shot from range, instead moves it along for Chayap. Whip to the back post. Needed a touch in front, wasn't quite there. Keep an eye on the standings as the night goes on. As of right now, it is Crown Legacy with a 2-1 lead against Chicago to put them first in the East with 37 points. Tied with Columbus Crew 2, who just kicked off against Philadelphia. That match is scoreless as well. And Chattanooga and Orlando both on 34 points as the current results stand. Dynamo Dos and Rapids 2, as well as St. Louis and Portland also underway. Full slate of matches tonight on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Here's Barker John on the Cruyff turn. Defender goes down at the byline. It was Archange with the definitive touch. And now quick passing for Reed Brown. It's a bit of a fortuitous bounce, but Sarsar will win the foot race. Neat little 1-2. Opens up space centrally for McGrath. What a big addition he's been this year. Made his 100th appearance for the club back in March with Alex McGrath. Marked it with a goal. Missed most of last year with a knee injury, but has come back firing on all cylinders. 5 goals and 1 assist through 11 appearances coming into tonight. .22 assists all time, which is good for T3rd in club history. Tate Robertson has 1 more, sitting just 1 behind Juan Hernandez in the Chattanooga record books. Jakupovic, veteran directing traffic early on. That's a great spot from the goalkeeper. Immediate pressure on the ball, though. Look how quickly Chattanooga have transitioned here. Trying to spring forward, and the ball just beyond Krell. Barker John might get there, and he very well will. Chaya. Back for Barker John. Has 2 defenders with him. Might take them both on. He will. Lost his footing and the ball, if only for a moment. Whipped in towards Krell and headed away. Now Haruna forced to settle. Not a lot of help with him. Dancing on his own and nearly went through the whole midfield by himself. It's going to be a very back and forth game if this pace continues. Clever touch from Sorensen. Mangarov couldn't find the cross. Hanchard for Sarsar. Fareed Sarsar coming into tonight, 50 matches in a row in MLS Next Pro where he has played the full 90 minutes. An incredible piece of history. Was last taken off at halftime back on August 25th, 2024 against his former club Inter Miami 2. Haruna making the run short. At the byline, forced to turn. Now a first look to really see Orlando set up shop in the final third. Gomez. Reed Brown. Leal wants it. Cross towards him, poked away. Sarsar read it well. Gomez. Belgadier. More confident ball movement now from Orlando City B. See how tight the back line is for Chattanooga. Not wanting to give any space, but Belgadier's found some for himself. Squares it. Reed Brown. Blocked out of play for a throw. Gomez. Jittleson with a touch out of his feet. Jittleson, someone who gives the team stability in possession, said his head coach Eddie Wilding. They could very well use that here, especially with the final ball just breaking down a bit for Orlando. Clever move, but no room to operate. McGrath with the check of the shoulder. Chai up. Surging ball forward. Reed Brown just trying to shield it out of play. There may have been a touch there, but it came off of Alex McGrath last, it looks like. But again, that's the verticality of this Chattanooga team and how much ground they cover. So many different goal-scoring options. That's what's made them so dangerous this year. Trying to go back-to-back in the postseason. Sarsar with a miscue. And Jakupovic all the way out. Nerves of steel. Well controlled by the goalkeeper. Mangarov got the cross away. Chattanooga starting to find the little half spaces around the area. Jones sees a ton of space out to that far side. Time to take it down as well. Chavella cross in. Mangarov took a deflection. Reed Brown right back toward the corner. May have been the better option rather than playing it centrally. So many bodies there in blue. Elsewhere, the 2-1 score between Crown Legacy and Chicago Fire has seen a goal for both sides. 3-2 now in the final stages of that game. 85th minute. Jason Shukuluk, last year's Golden Boot winner, putting Fire 2 back within one. Foul called, and it'll be Orlando's kick. Support for tonight's match comes from Erlanger, found to be the exclusive healthcare provider of Chattanooga Football Club. Archange. Clovis Archange, another one of these standout academy names for Orlando. He's the anchor of the Generation Adidas Cup winning U18 back line, despite being just 16 years of age at the time. It's a good win in midfield and a chance to go over the top, and it's just a little too far. Rojas out to the edge of his area. Jones goes down. Play goes on. Barker John had it poked away from him by Reed Brown. Referee will just stop it now as Isaiah Jones still walking a bit gingerly. Sierra Leone native on loan from Nashville SC. Over 40 appearances for Huntsville City. Was signed as a homegrown player back in 2024 after joining the academy at age 14. Reed Brown checking two. Chayab wise to it, all the way to the advertising boards. And Crowell in an offside position. Now Orlando flying numbers forward. Ball over the top didn't come. The pace of the match is starting to settle down a little bit now. Both sides just easing their way into the game plan. Again, Haruna given space. He's going to take it himself. Still not closed down. Reed Brown cutting it back, and Sar got a stab to it. Krell has to hold it up and does well. Here's Barker John. Has numbers to his left, continuing his run. The curler comes in, and it's a flying tip save from Juan Rojas. The 18-year-old at full stretch. Got a solid glove to it, and that is the speed of the Chattanooga counterattack on full display. First corner of the night goes the way of the hosts. It's Barker John. The quick feet doesn't fool Clovis Auchange. So a second corner then. To the back post. Towering header there to meet it. Robertson with a toe poke, and he's dispossessed. Sent forward. Intended for Belgadere. Way too much on it. Another good idea going forward the other way. And a thumbs up from Mangarov. He has 3 assists in his last 5 matches. And eclipsed the half-century appearance mark for the club back in May. Judelson. Archange once again. With how high scoring of an affair it was last time these two teams met, it makes sense that they will be a little bit more hesitant to press high, especially with the speed we've seen on both sides of midfield. That's a great ball all the way through the lines, and Jakupovic will watch it roll out of play. A better first touch, and that's probably 1-0 Orlando. Barker John. Lovely switch of the play. Here's Mangarov bearing down on goal. He'll have a go. It stings the side netting. Did it take a touch on its way through? It did. This segment of the match is presented by FTC Development, developing unique spaces that inspire since 1912. Corner taken quickly. Nice move to the byline, right in front. Sarsar was there. Intercepted before it could reach him. Chattanooga starting to find their shooting boots a little bit. I've already seen a very special save from Rojas. Will take just that little bit more to try and beat him from range. Errant pass and allows Orlando to step up a little bit. Jakupovic well out of his area. Under no real duress. Wanting to push that back line even higher. That wasn't the right pass. Sarsar tried to step up to play Haruna offside, and the flag does go up. It was awfully close, and a gamble from Farid Sarsar, knowing he was the last defender. Looks like he's timed it right, just about. Really clever move from last year's captain. Look one more time. And it does appear that Haruna is offside. Sarsar just about getting there. High risk, high reward. It was an open goal. If Sarsar was just a half step late to that. Barker John in the corner. Back onto his left. Still Barker John. And a late challenge from Mangarov. Goes unpunished. Judelson. Archange. Now Okonski. Played the full 90 last time out for the first time in almost a month. Landon Okonski, one of numerous Orlando natives on this pitch tonight. '27th minute from Finley Stadium. Philip Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Match week 20 in MLS Next Pro rolls on. Crown Legacy into the 90-plus 6th minute of stoppage time in their game. If that result holds, they'll take a 3-2 win atop the Eastern Conference. Orlando and Chattanooga in hot pursuit. Columbus Crew 2 as well on 37 points. That match currently in a weather delay, scoreless in the 13th minute against Philadelphia. Dynamo Dos have taken a 2-0 lead over Colorado in the 27th minute, and still zeros on the scoreboard between St. Louis and Portland over in the West. Now Chattanooga might be able to break here. Jones wants it in stride. He might beat the goalkeeper there. It's a 50-50 collision. Rojas has come away with it. And no real appeals from Jones, more frustration. Rojas may have just taken a foot there. Brave goalkeeping from the teenager, but it needed to be. Haruna, that's a great ball through. Here goes Matthew Belgodier, bearing down on goal, tries to make the extra pass, and it's 1-0 Orlando. Pedro Leao gets his first goal in over a month. And against the grain, the visitors take the lead. It's a lovely ball through from Haruna, who has seen so much of the ball early in this first half. And how about the unselfish play from Belgodier? A little bit behind Leao, just has to stick a leg out at it, looping into the net. The Fluminense Academy product hits the samba. And the visitors off and running at Finley Stadium. Rio de Janeiro native. Won the Intercontinental Cup last season. As the referee has called for a hydration break here. Well, it's been a back and forth affair, but Chattanooga have definitely seen more of the chances in the final third, certainly more of the ball in that area of the pitch, but all it takes is one line-breaking pass from Isa Haruna. Belgodier with his first assist of the season. The 16-year-old has already notched 3 goals, including the winner last time out against FC Cincinnati, too. His head coach, Eddie Wilding, says Belgodier is, quote, growing in confidence, getting more and more comfortable with this group. He's having the impact we've expected in terms of goals and assists. It makes the impact in the 29th minute for Orlando City B. So now, as things stand, Orlando go up into 3rd place, just 1 point off the pace. As full-time has been called in the Crown Legacy match, they will stay atop the Eastern Conference with 37, so no chance to catch them tonight. Crown Legacy FC with a staggering 2.06 points per game. Would you believe it? It's 3rd in the league. Both Dynamo Dos and Austin FC 2 on 2.35 points per game. Tied atop the West with 40 points each. Top 8 teams move on to the MLS Next Pro playoffs. Just a couple months away. Only 9 points separating first from eighth in the East. Anything can happen. Chattanooga made the playoffs last year for the first time. Lost in the first round to Huntsville. Meanwhile, Orlando fell in the first round in 2023 and 2024. Did not make the playoffs last year. And now maybe a chance to go forward with numbers. Midfield tracking back for Chattanooga, going to get there in time. Lovely little solo run, still bouncing around, and then cleared emphatically away. Fizzed into Haruna. Gomez wants it short. Instead, Jellison will turn back. Very crowded around the ball on that far side. Smart just to switch the phase of play. Belgadere. Want to dress like the pros? Grab your official Chattanooga FC jerseys, hats, and Adidas fan gear today at shop.chattanoogaFC.com. Jakupovic will claim that one without qualms. Chattanooga have not lost a match since the end of May against Orlando. 5-2, the final in that one in the Sunshine State. They have yet to be blanked in a match since a 2-0 loss at the start of the month of May against Huntsville here at Finley Stadium. One draw last time out against Carolina Core. Carolina Core won on PKs to take that extra point, 4-2. Rather, it was Chattanooga who won the PK shootout to put them level on points with Orlando coming into tonight. Robertson wants to turn. Still Robertson. Drags it just wide. Chattanooga want the goal kick. The referee won't oblige. You could see as soon as he picks up the ball, he only had one thought in mind as the ball was still rolling when Rojas went to kick it. Just tried to force the space, and he did have a chance to look at goal. On the hunt for goal number 8 of the season. He had 9 last year with 10 assists as well. Led the team in both stats and selected to the league best 11 at the end of the campaign. Judelson. Great ball. Look how easily Orlando have broken the lines there. A little bit behind Reed Brown. He can carry it forward, though. Sees the option at the back post. Instead plays Haruna. Great save. Jakupovic got down quickly at his near post. That was placed perfectly by Issa Haruna. Bearing down on that bottom corner. Jakupovic just able to get a glove there. Fans chanting his name after an excellent stop. Another man to hit the half-century mark in appearances for Chattanooga. Last month against Red Bull New York 2 in what was a 4-0 win. The game after that Orlando City B loss. What a way to respond for this group. Here's a miscue. We'll go out for another corner kick. Krell losing his shin guard in the process. Low appeals for handball. The best corner, and Judelson does well to find the extra pass. But back towards Belvedere and over the head of, instead, Gustavo Caraballo. Caraballo, the youngest player in club history to sign a first-team contract at 16 years, 198 days back on March 14th. The Generation Adidas Cup final MVP after scoring a brace. Someone who might be next up to follow in the long line of Orlando Academy products to make it with the second team and the first team and beyond. Of course, Alex Freeman, who just represented the U.S. at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. One of a number of players who spent considerable time in MLS Next Pro. .39th minute now. Haven't seen many attacking chances since the goal back in the 29th minute. But Orlando seeing a lot more of the ball since the opening strike. They want a handball off Hanchard. The referee disagrees. Sarsar given room to go forward. Chai up now. Hanchard once again. 2022 Ivy League champion with the Quakers. Matthias Hanchard. A big player for us this year, said Coach Richard Dixon. One of a couple players that's learned a new position, just shifting things around. Has the ability to play those line-breaking passes at a high level. They look to do so now. Instead goes short with Barker John, who's dropped all the way back. He'll clip it forward. And the first touch from Robertson lets him down. Shia, excellent first touch. It's a great looking ball. Well headed away. Falls kindly to Barker John onto his left. Denied the shooting space. A little bit of an awkward one to deal with for Sarsar. Had plenty of time. Chattanooga faithful trying to urge their side on to the equalizer before the interval. Here's Barker John again. Slide rule pass for Chayop, making the underlapping run. And it will go all the way toward the corner. The referee says, I believe it's a throw. Hard to see. Taken quickly. Everybody waiting for the cross. Mangarov is checked into the near side. On that right foot. Decent ball in. Krell's header deflected. Comes back out to the near side. Anywhere will do for Orlando. Another good ball over the top, this time for McGrath. Has eyes for goal! In the way is Rojas. Danger still present. Mangarov squaring it back. On the curler is Barker John, and another save. Juan Rojas standing tall on the road for Orlando. By far the busier of the two goalkeepers. The first one isn't parried far enough away. Just that second touch from Barker John doesn't quite get it out of his feet. Tries to overcompensate, swinging the leg around to bend it to the far side. And Rojas does the safe thing and just touches it out of play. But at this rate, it might not be long until Chattanooga find their way onto the scoreboard. Decent ball in. Rojas punches it away. Chayap headed back in. Still not clear. Judelson now stamped forward. Sorensen with an awkward one. Still yet to be settled. Now here goes Caraballo. Numbers racing forward to join him. Leal wants it in stride. Caraballo will keep it. Wanting to dance. Instead, one step over too many. We'll see it roll over the byline. Rojas all the way out. Well, goodness. Brave goalkeeping from the teenager. And he's got that absolutely spot on. Barker John, excellent touch to bring it down. Now onto that favorite left foot. Still Barker John. Tried to take on just about everybody. Collision off the ball and fired into the stands by Hanchard. CFC fans rising to their feet, and a foul throw has been called. Not every day you see that. It'll be 3 minutes at a minimum tacked onto this first half. Sorensen dropping back to help, but he's overplayed the ball. Orlando dropping deep here. Discouraging that long pass over the top. Chattanooga will try it anyways. Knockdown was there. Belvedere first to it. Feels for handball. Chayap twisting and turning. Couldn't find an option in blue. Here's Reed Brown, and it was a 3-on-2 if he could take it down. Goes for offside, and the flag will go up. Took a decent ball in. Robertson just getting a half step ahead of it. Solid showing for Orlando on the road through 45 minutes and change, but Chattanooga right in it. Could easily be 2 or 3-1 if not for Juan Rojas in goal for the visitors. That will do it for the first half. Pedro Leao with the lone goal of the opening 45 to put Orlando up 1-0 over Chattanooga. Coming up in our halftime show, we look back on the opening of a new home in North Texas. We peek ahead to MLS All-Star Week and our first half highlights when we return.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. What an opening it was when North Texas SC opened up its new home. Let's revisit a fun night in Mansfield.
Today's finally here. Today, North Texas SC finally get to debut their brand new Texas Health Mansfield Stadium, and the day promises celebration and fireworks.
Opening game brought out some familiar faces to the new Texas Health Mansfield Stadium. NTX alumni Logan Farrington, Nolan Norris, Bernard Camungo, and Sam Sarver joined fans and team management to witness history.
What do you think about this new stadium so far?
I like it, it's good.
What was the one thing that you liked the most? The field, the seats, the people?
The field.
What was your impression once you walked in and you saw this beautiful new stadium?
When I was driving here, I drove here with a teammate. He was on the phone and I tapped his thigh. I was like, dude, look at this stadium just from the outside. It looks incredible, you know? And I think they picked a good location. Obviously, the town we're in now doesn't have a sports team, so this is going to be their team to support. And I mean, it's probably the nicest second team stadium in the league now, so that's pretty cool.
It's a huge day for the club. First ever game at this stadium. It's been long in the making. What's going through your mind?
It's just amazing seeing people in the stands. I think it really comes down to our club, our philosophy, and our ownership. And we want to be pioneers in this sport, and we're setting the bar higher. This is absolutely amazing, and this stadium is beautiful. I mean, look around. We're feeling a lot of pride. Like, you're seeing people right now walking around wearing North Texas gear. The players come out the locker room, and there's about 100 people there cheering and coming out for warm-ups. This is going to elevate their game, their preparation, and ultimately it's going to elevate their development. But this is going to be great for the community of Mansfield, and we're building something really special here.
The action on the pitch versus St. Louis City SC2 did not disappoint. An inspired Ricky Lewis opened the score in the 53rd minute of play, followed by a right-footed shot from Caleb Swan almost 20 minutes later to make the score 2-0. But Ricky Lewis would complete his first professional brace in stoppage time to secure a 3-0 win for North Texas SC in front of nearly 6,000 fans.
Talk to me about the game and what it feels to get this first win on this first ever game here at the stadium.
Honestly, it's just magical. The history behind it, our coach was telling us from the start that this was the most important 3 points in our lives. The club has been working really hard for us to give us this type of stadium, so I felt like the team was just really excited, and we want to make the show and show why we're coming up.
Once you came into the stadium for the first time, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, coming in, I was very nervous. A lot of people. I was just saying, just focus on what you can do, focus on what you can do, and whatever the opportunity erupts, finish it. And I felt like I did.
We've had three really great moments in the last few years here at Club. Okay, the first one obviously in 2024, winning MLS Next Pro at our seniors in our third stadium. The second one was winning the MLS Next Pro Invitational last year, which was really important to the club. And obviously this moment, opening the stadium, opening this facility. Again, we talked a little bit about the belief from the club to do this for us. We talked about the purpose the club has for you guys, and why God is you guys today.
After a very exciting win for the home team, many fans stuck around to enjoy a spectacular fireworks show to celebrate the first ever game here at Texas-held Mansfield Stadium, the first of many to come. Signing off for MLS Next Pro, Moises Linares.
My name is Nathaniel James. You can call me Natty James. I'm a striker / winger from Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up in a place called La Hocata Rima. I grew up on the east side of the island. I started in a club nearby named FC Santa Rosa, and that's where I started playing football. My father, he saw that I had my shoes were always dirty after school and stuff, and when I came home one day, I was like, I want to start to play football, and he was like, you want to start to play football? So my father was actually the one who started carrying me out on the field, started passing, kicking, running, teaching me running techniques, everything. Then he got me into football because he used to play as well. After that, I just started playing, and I've been playing ever since. I was in Jablote, and I was playing youth football there. So at that time, I got selected for the under-15 national team. At the time, I was just so happy just to play and just to be around this environment, and I was just so excited for my future and what I could do, and yeah, it's been going good so far. I remember actually getting called to train when I was 15 as well. So I was training with the national team since I was 15, and then I made my professional debut when I was 18, and then I made my competitive debut when I was 19. It was against Jamaica in Jamaica. I came on, played 15 minutes. I was so nervous. It was good though, it was good. I came on, had some nice touches, played really well, played as a striker, and yeah, I enjoyed it. And my first competitive debut, I actually scored in it. So I came on for 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of the game, and scored the winning goal, and it was in a CONCACAF Nations League game. Yeah, it was one of the best feelings I've had in my life. When I was younger, I used to take a lot from different players. I think Messi and then Neymar were the two players that I would always look up to, just watching football, because I was supported Barcelona when I was younger. And when I was 15, I started playing as a cam, a number 10, so I started watching Dybala. And I wanted to be just like Dybala. I wanted to play like him, same left foot, same. I just wanted to move and play like him. So I think Dybala, I already did my research, see what it was all about, not Texas or whatever. And then I had a meeting with Coach Gall. John, he gave me a call. It was like everything I ever wanted. He just told me about everything. He was like talking about the new stadium, Mansfield, showing me how good it's gonna be, the environment, and I just fell in love immediately. And I knew that I wanted to be here. I wanted to like put my best foot forward for this opportunity, and I've been trying my best. I've been giving my best every day, so I just want to continue that. From the first day I came here, I was like, I just want to play well, play good. I want to score, I want to assist, I want to help the team in any way possible, So as of right now, my goal is just to help the team make playoffs and see how good we can do this season, see how far we can go, and I think we have a really good shot.
Ortiz is onto a cutting, denied by Cruz. And an amazing save by Pedro Cruz. And Pedro Cruz with a third save.
A lot of pressure on the ball. Ending hit, what a save!
Saved by Cruz. Pierce cross in front. Reflex save by Cruz.
Decent ball in. Great save again. My goodness. Worldly stop from Pedro Cruz.
Parker John for the equalizer. Stop. And saved by Mackey. McGrath stopped by Will Mackey.
Now sends one in. Oh, Mackey! How did he do it?
Sliding it across. Will Mackey standing on his head.
And he stopped.
It's another great save from Mackey.
Will Mackey said no. Huntsville's Will Mackey and Houston's Pedro Cruz will be there. Will you? Goalie Wars, presented by Old Spice, returns as part of the All-Star Skills Challenge, presented by AT&T on July 28th. And we must mention that multiple MLS Next Pro alums will be on hand to take the field in the 2026 MLS All-Star Game, presented by Chime on July 29th from Charlotte. So 1-0 at the half between Orlando and Chattanooga. We'll take a look at what's next in MLS Next Pro. Match week 20 well underway. Tomorrow, things kick off at 6 p.m. Eastern. CT United take on New York Red Bulls 2. Real Monarchs and Tacoma Defiance wrap up the night out on the West Coast. And then on Wednesday, Carolina Core back in action against Inter Miami 2, with Revs 2 taking the Thursday morning battle at 11 a.m. Eastern against NYCFC 2. All of those matches available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. With that, we will take you through the halftime highlights here at Finley Stadium. 1-0 through 45 minutes. It could have been so much more, especially for Chattanooga. This was the goal in the 29th minute. Haruna with a great ball through. Belgadere onto it. Squares it back for Leao. Just gets a toe poke to it. Looping into the net and hits the Samba to make it 1-0 OCB on the road. Final quarter of an hour, though. Chattanooga were going forward many times, and a couple of really good saves from Juan Rojas. There was one, and here comes the second off the shot from Damian Barker-John to keep it 1-0 in favor of Orlando. All right, one more break. When we come back, the second half coming your way. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Boys hear cinnamon, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back. Philip Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. If you're just joining us, Pedro Leal with the lone goal of the opening 45 minutes. His 8th of the season, climbing up the Golden Boot race, currently 5 off the pace. Alex Krell with 11 leading the way for Chattanooga. He's seen a couple of chances. So too has Damian Barker, John Tate Robertson, a number of names in the final third, unable to get on the score sheet. Thanks in large part to Juan Rojas in the net for Orlando. It will be Chattanooga on the right side of your screen in the blue. Orlando City B on the left in the yellow and purple. And Coach Richard Dixon has already gone to the bench. Stevie Luis Jean will come in for Anthony Sorensen at left back. Luis Jean's last goal was back on June 1st against Orlando City B. 39 career MLS Next Pro starts. This is just his second appearance off the bench this season. After starting the last 3 matches in a row. So back underway once again from Finley Stadium. Two teams in the upper echelon of the Eastern Conference. Mangarov, decent touch, well read at the back though. Caraballo, inviting the pressure. Orlando looks so comfortable on the ball, especially in their own defensive third, despite the pressure, able to maintain the composure to find the right pass and a lovely little nutmeg before McGrath comes in with the sliding challenge. Really good passing. Another sliding challenge came in. The referee motioned for advantage and will now bring it back. Elsewhere around the league, the second half starts in the Houston-Colorado game. Still 2-0 in favor of Dynamo Dos atop the West. St. Louis and Portland scoreless in the second half of that game as Crew 2 and Philadelphia still in a weather delay. Early switch towards Caraballo. Look at the space he's given to operate. Everybody else on the opposite side of the ball. Nobody's showing short for that 5-10 yard pass. Now it's Sandy Jr. in a similar spot. Konski. Judelson. Clipping it forward. Plenty of space on the far side now for Reed Brown. Orlando really doing a good job of stretching this field and switching the point of attack quickly. Getting both fullbacks involved. Something to keep an eye out for at the start of this game. Over the head of Luis Jean, who'll continue his run. Substitute get his first touch of the ball with the throw in here. Hand charge. Back for Jakupovic. Aaron touch on the far side from Barker John. Chayop all the way up from the back to try and stifle this one. Chattanooga do win it back. Jones dispossessed and out of position now. Here's Caraballo. Sees the switch on. Sarsar gets a good head to it. And a thumbs up as well from Pedro Leao. Barker John crushing that one into space. A little bit too much for Mangarov. Again, Chattanooga have not lost a match since the last time they played Orlando. It was a few months ago. Coach Richard Dixon saying, this is the most cohesive we've seen the group all year. They continue to take the feedback daily, weekly, and implement it. Struggle together, evolve together within their identity. They've got something special going on here. They're very close to unlocking the final piece of the puzzle. Ball into the feet of Krell, who's dropped in a little bit deeper and sees the switch. In stride for Mangarov. Early cross pulled back towards Krell. He may not have been expecting it. Almost behind him. Had to just stretch out that right leg for it. Unable to get definitive contact. Blues keen to sit in their shape, and they've done enough to put Orlando off their stride here. A couple instances now in this second half of Orlando struggling to play out from the back. They started so brightly. If this one-way traffic continues, it may very well result in the leveler. Henchard. Robertson. Good switch. Barker John fakes the cross. Trying to just slide it through the lines. And there's a foul at the far side. It will result in a set piece for Chattanooga. Still yet to see our first booking of the night. But that pretty clearly a pullback from Tahir Reed-Brown. Already notched 2 starts this year in Major League Soccer. Tonight his 5th start for Orlando City B. Head coach Eddie Wilding for Orlando noted how dangerous Chattanooga can be off set pieces. We've seen some chances from corner kicks tonight. Good ball in, and bounces all the way through. A number of bodies there stretching for it. Farid Sarsar went to ground. The Argentinian couldn't get his second of the season. Mangarov. Luis Jean. McGrath. Look how high Chattanooga have pushed the fullbacks now. In full pursuit of this equalizing goal. Falls back to Mangarov. Clever back heel. Early cross in, and all over it is Rojas. Chattanooga FC inching closer to getting a name on the score sheet. Rojas hesitated, but managed to get it away. Now here's Haruna, capable of that line-breaking ball, and Chayap has read it. It was an incisive pass from Haruna that led to the first goal as Jittleson chops down Barker John at midfield. Either Jones winning another foul. Forward for Robertson. Krell. McGrath. Barker John gets space at the byline, goes over, and appeals for the penalty. Barker John fell outside of the field of play, so if it was a foul, the ball would be restarted at the nearest point, which looked like the box. No spot kick, though. Mangarov instead, slicing wide off a defender. Damian Barker John against Tahir Reed-Brown has been the battle to watch thus far in the match. There is some pulling going on there, and it looked like it would have been in the area had a foul had been called. Both players dueling for it, and the referee keeps the whistle in her hand. Corner claim quickly, and now Orlando can go the other way. Belgodier making the run. So too is Caraballo. The latter receives it. 3 bodies around him, and still somehow going. How on earth did Gustavo Caraballo get out of that jam? There's some serious ball control on display from the teenager.
Also on the board, you will see your season ticket holder giveaway
It's a 3 up top on paper for Chattanooga, but almost looks like a 2 out of possession. Just trying to put more numbers in midfield. McGrath to his right for Barker John. Managed to keep it in play, still alive. Headed down in front by Archange. If that first pass came off, it was likely 1-1. Leao now has dropped all the way back. The goal scorer in the heart of midfield next to Judelson. Haven't seen very many touches on the ball from him besides the goal. Closing in on the final half hour here from Finley Stadium. Elsewhere around the league, Rapids 2 have the deficit against Dynamo Dos atop the West. Houston down to 10 as well. Noah Betancourt sent off in first half stoppage time. Tonight's match is brought to you by Vibrant Meals. Chef-prepared meals ready in 3 minutes. Voted Tennessee's favorite. Nothing doing on that set piece. Coach Richard Dixon preparing another change on the sideline. Anthony Garcia is getting warmed up. Came in for 26 minutes last time out. Good ball through. A little bit too heavy as Carabaya was making the run. Jakupovic, the less busy of the two goalkeepers, even if the scoreline doesn't reflect that. Didn't have much of a chance on the goal from Leao, wide open on the cutback. Now wide open on the near side is Mangarov, allows it to bounce. On his left, to the back post, and nobody there. Reed Brown will just shuffle it out for a corner. Sixth corner kick for the hosts. Headed on and bouncing just over the frame. Matthias Hanchard was there. Looking for his first of the season, his first for the club. As now Anthony Garcia will enter the fray. In place of Daniel Mangarov on the near side. Garcia raised in the Santos Laguna Academy in Liga MX. Formerly of Austin FC 2. His teammates with Stevie Luis Jean last year. Now 4-on-3 opportunity for Orlando. Options either side. Caraballo looking for shooting space. And denied it by Luis Jean. Excellently defended at the top of the key. Konski now. Look at the movement from Orlando. Very little standing still, so much circulation in midfield. Just waiting to find those half spaces in behind. Jakupovic in trouble. Got it away. First touches for Garcia. Does well to stave off two defenders. And now a chance to spring Krell. Fighting for the bounce. Has options with him. Still Krell. 3-on-2 for Chattanooga. Is this the equalizer? Wide open cutback! And Robertson puts it wide. That was the chance. Almost too much time for Chattanooga in the final third. It's just in front of Robertson, stretching to meet it and can't redirect it on frame. Far and away the best opportunity for the hosts. And it comes on the counterattack. Well, head coach Eddie Wilding spoke on the importance of putting away chances for Orlando. But it has been Chattanooga, a team far less clinical. And again, if not for the first half goalkeeping of Juan Rojas, it really could be 2 or 3 to the goods for the hosts. Garcia, fresh legs. Krell's gonna get there and shield it out of play for a corner kick. Make that 7 on the night now, compared to just 2 for Orlando. Both Sarsar and Hanchard up from the back for this one. Plenty of bodies to pick out. Looping right to the middle and headed on by Krell, but over the bar. Jakupovic with a decent ball. Headed straight up by Rojas. Again, brave goalkeeping from the teenager. Not the first time we've seen him come out of his area. Orlando did get a goalkeeper assist last week against FC Cincinnati too. Jakupovic nearly with one of his own. One on the far side by Belgadere. Passage is the official ticketing platform of the Chattanooga Football Club. Referee will stop the play. Player down on the far side. Couple of Orlando players getting their jerseys on as well. We are slated for a hydration break. I don't think this is the official one, but it will give a chance for the players to recharge and regroup. 20 minutes and a little more for Orlando to see this one out on the road. It was Garcia, the substitute, who was down. Correction, that will be the official hydration break. So Garcia will have to spend some time off the pitch now, despite only being introduced about 5 minutes ago. Looks quite frustrated on the sideline, throwing a water bottle in anger. He's picked up a bib as well. And my goodness, it will only be a 5-minute showing for Garcia, unable to continue as he is replaced by Alexis Arrua, formerly of Racing Club in his native Argentina, born in Avellaneda. A rare sight to see a substitute brought off just minutes after his introduction, and hopefully Anthony Garcia is okay. Here's Sandy Jr. Caraballo wasn't expecting it. Parker John. Coach Wilding preparing his first change for Orlando. It looks like Parker Amu-Mensah will be the name to enter. McGrath. Henchard. Poked away from Chaya. Reed Brown wants to go forward, able to curl that in bounds. One-on-one. Nice move to hold it up. Fizz into the feet of Leao. And that'll be an easy foul. Leao wants the yellow card for the jersey pull there by Alex McGrath, but it will give a chance for Amu-Mensah to head to the contest. On in place of Titus Sandy Jr. and right back. Amu-Mensah got his most recent assist in the match before last against Crown Legacy, his third of the campaign. Fort Lauderdale, Florida born and raised, and moved up to Orlando to join the academy. Auchange. Jettleson. Gomez. And poor touch from the substitute, Amu Mensah. Still getting warm, it seems. We'll have about 16 and a half minutes to grow into this match plus stoppage time. Is there to be a late leveler at Finley Stadium? Sarsar. Jones. Tripped up. And it looked like the ball was won there. But there was some contact after it was gone from Jettleson. Really haven't seen very many whistles tonight. Hasn't warranted it from the way the match has gone. Oh, clever little flick this. Multiple numbers in behind for Chattanooga, and they get their equalizer. It's Stevie Luis Jean pulling the hosts back on level terms. His first of the season in the 75th minute. Lovely little back heel. Krell was there, but Luis Jean just had the pace to beat him. Rojas comes out of his line and is second to it. And at the blink of an eye, the Blues back on level terms. The Zeogan Haiti native, his 8th appearance of the season, gets his first goal since last year. In fact, his first goal since June 1st of 2025 against Orlando City B. He loves a goal against the Lions. And a correction to an earlier correction, as this will be the official cooling break. It sets up an electric final 15 minutes. Chattanooga won the first meeting, Orlando the second. The third is tied going into the final quarter of an hour. How will this one wrap up? If we are tied after 90 minutes of play, both teams will earn 1 point. We will go to a penalty shootout, best of 5 from 12 yards, to determine the winner of the extra point. contentious decision on the near side. It will be a Chattanooga throw. Robertson has been just about everywhere tonight, given that positional freedom to explore, and why not? Selected to the league best 11 last year with a 19 goal contribution campaign. Already up to 11 so far in 2026. This one lifted over the top, headed straight up, not convincingly away. Krell is underneath it, so too Amumensa. No Foe Brewing Company, the official craft beer of the Chattanooga Football Club. The Chattanooga band playing Freed from Desire, an all-time classic. They've been freed from the deficit, courtesy of Stevie Louis Jean. Elsewhere around the league, St. Louis have taken the lead late against Portland. One nothing in that match in the Western Conference. Runa poked through. Gomez won't be able to get there. So both these sides currently on 34 points. Crown Legacy wrapped up their win earlier today to go top of the East with 37. Columbus Crew 2 currently tied with Philadelphia, also at 37. That match still in a weather delay. Meanwhile, Huntsville and Atlanta kick off in about 10 minutes time. Then Ventura County LAFC 2 at 10 o'clock Eastern, as well as Quakes 2 and North Texas at 10 p.m. Eastern. All of those matches available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. As Orlando ready, another change into the final stretch of this one. Justin Hilton is waiting patiently at midfield for his number to be raised. Scored in 45 minutes off the bench against the Capybaras Crew 2 back on June 28th. Just a slight mishap there from Okonski. Alma on cleanup duty. Fired away from harm by Rojas. Orlando have looked a little bit out of sorts since conceding. Unable to really progress the ball forward. Credit to Chattanooga for their tenacity. And they've won it back here. Upended is McGrath. And the whistle sounds. But it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball. Right in front of the most fervent of Chattanooga supporters who make their opinion known. It will be Gustavo Caraballo to be replaced for Orlando City B, and a double change now waiting in the wings for Chattanooga. Final few tosses of the dice for head coach Richard Dixon, named the interim for Chattanooga in February. Third most all-time appearances in club history before retiring back in 2023. Previously served as the director of performance for the club. Here's Hanchard. Jones. Chattanooga in complete control of the flow of this match since the goal. Back in the 75th minute. Clever flick. Intercepted, but not dealt with yet for Orlando. Haruna. Mumensa. Leal dispossessed. Here's McGrath. Trying to slide it through. Great save from point-blank range. Rojas stands tall to deny Barker John from a few feet out. Still alive. McGrath back for Barker John. Goes down, and the shot goes wide. Somehow still level at Finley Stadium. Really good save. Barker John tries to go low, but gets underneath it. Rojas closes down the space well, and then Orlando just able to batten down the hatches. Doesn't look like there's much of a foul in that, and then an off-balance shot dragged wide of the far post. Some attacking changes made now for head coach Richard Dixon. Isaiah Jones replaced in midfield by Luke Husakiewski, as well as Yuval Cohen in up top for Alex Krell, who will not close the gap on the Golden Boot race tonight. A lovely win by Chayap in the box. Cohen looking for the cutback. And he had options there, just didn't pick his head up in time. Yuval Cohen, the former Inter Miami Academy product. 9 goals and 2 assists in 32 appearances in MLS Next Pro for his previous club. And is able to provide that spark late. His 11th appearance this season, his 7th off the bench, does have 1 goal in 2026 for Chattanooga. And the hosts firmly in the driver's seat in the final stages of this match. Barker John. Back to the near side, Barker John battling with Amu Mensah, physical tussle, scrambled away through contact. The youngster wanted the call and didn't get it. Robertson on the quick restart. Kate Robertson staying on side. Back for the goal scorer, Luis Jean. Hanchard. Sarsar looking to go the distance for his 51st consecutive MLS Next Pro match. A staggering statistic. Luis Jean again. Now Barker John lost it for a moment. More than a moment, in fact. Goes over the touchline. Cohen wins it back rather quickly. Husakiewski. Chayap. McGrath. Everybody getting a touch on it now for Chattanooga. The horns blaring. 87th minute. Is there a winner? If not, we will go to the shootout for the extra point. Sarsar. Eyes on the box. Harua. Husakiewski. Barker John. Decent ball on that weaker right foot. Clipped in. Cohen spinning. Dispossessed. Needed to be as well for Orlando by Akonski. What a first touch that was by the youngster. And now Orlando City B might be able to break. Excellent patience from Ignacio Gomez. Sees the switch to the near side. Haruna is there. Leal behind him. Has to make his space. Haruna staying on his feet and keeping the ball sublimely. Numbers waiting for the cross. Instead, the deflected curler headed to the top of the key. And a shove there by Amu Mensah waiting for it. Jakupovic will take his time. '89th minute, penalty shootout looming large. Archange as far away as he can. And a double change ready now for Orlando in the final few minutes of play. Parker John poked away from him. Gomez done ever so well tonight. Ignacio Gomez, Buenos Aires native, scored his first Major League Soccer goal earlier this year. His night has come to a close right on cue. To be replaced by Brady Kendall, U17 Academy player in his 6th appearance of the season, as Pedro Leao, the goal scorer for the visitors, will be brought off in place of Caleb Trombino. Only needed 6 minutes off the bench to score against Carolina Core. Trombino. See how much time he has now with stoppage. Into the 90th minute from Finley Stadium. It will be 5 at a minimum added on. Plenty of time for a winner. Chattanooga 3 of 4 in the shootout this year. Orlando 3 of 6. Haruna tried to fizz that forward. Helped along by Hilton. Chai up in a spot of bother, and we'll send it back to Jakupovic. Calm bit of play between the center half and his goalkeeper. Cohen trying to get the flick on. Nearly fell for him. Won well by Arua. And then Husakiewski called for the foul. Everyone up for Orlando. Can they find their own bit of danger on the set piece? It'll be Hilton to swing it in. What does the Miami native have up his sleeve? Clipped in on the left foot. Pinballing around. Opportunity for the bike, and the flag goes up anyways. Speculative attempt from the substitute Brady Kendall. Excellent pass from Jakupovic, picking out a wide open man on the far side, and Cohen's going to get there. Sarsar, excellent sliding challenge. Kendall was looking to break the other way. Now Robertson. Luis Jean settling. Instead, we'll leave the responsibility to Barker John. Sent in, Cohen, just over his head, and he can't believe he didn't get a touch to it. Goes out for another Chattanooga corner. Their 8th of the evening. Everybody up for the hosts. Driven deep to the top of the key. Stamped away. Luis Jean right back into the mixer. Headed toward goal. And was it kept in play? It was. Well done by Rojas to keep it alive as we enter the 95th minute at Finley Stadium. Haruna. Amumensa. Completes the 1-2. And then at the byline, just shrugged off by Luis Jean. Chattanooga not in a hurry to restart. They may get one more chance. Heading on, and from keeper to keeper it goes. Referee sounded the whistle in the midst of that for a player down. It's a head injury, which does require an immediate stoppage, as the 5 minutes at a minimum have elapsed here. Just a check to make sure that Tahir Reed Brown is okay. It looks like he'll have to come off. Not sure how much time is left, but for the moment, Orlando will soldier on with 10. And there was no time left at all. We will go to a penalty shootout. Stevie Luis Jean, with his first of the season, rescues a point toward the tail end of regulation. There is one more up for grabs when we come back from the break. Welcome back to Finley Stadium. 1-1 after 90 minutes plus between Orlando City B and Chattanooga FC. Both sides have won one meeting this season. The third will go down to a shootout. Take a look at how we got here. Goal the either side of halftime. First in the 29th minute for Pedro Leao. Great ball through from Isa Haruna. Matthew Belgodier, unselfish ball. And just like that, it was Orlando in front against the grain. But in the second half, Chattanooga firmly in the driver's seat. They kept their foot on the gas pedal until they found the breakthrough. A neat flick in between the lines from Tate Robertson for his 5th assist of the year. And Stevie Louis Jean with his first goal of the campaign to make it 1-1, as now we line up for the penalty shootout. So both sides get 1 point, a second point to the winner from the spot. Best of 5, 12 yards away. It will be Chattanooga to kick things off. And it will be Tate Robertson who has the honors. Juan Rojas was incredible during those 90 minutes, his 5th start of the season. Still in the hunt for his first clean sheet. Won't get it tonight. Staying buoyant on his line. Robertson. No hesitation. It's off the post. A lightning quick run up and it careens away. Not the start the host wanted. Looks like he may have beaten Rojas for pace, but it comes off the post. And now Eldin Jakupovic will step up to try and make a save.
Taking for Orlando City B, number 90, Pedro Leao.
It is Justin Hilton. Last scored off the bench back in June against Columbus. Hilton to take the advantage, save! Jakupovic saw it all the way. He stays scoreless through 1 round. Chattanooga have been practicing their penalty kicks all year. So head coach Richard Dixon, players staying behind in training, willing to put in the work. They won their last shootout last time out 4-2. Now it will be Alexis Arrua to try and get the first goal of the shootout. Arrua just about sneaks it in. Lagged behind the dive of Juan Rojas, who thinks he could have done better with it. Just got in underneath him. A nervy penalty, but it works all the same. It will be Parker Amumensa now to take for Orlando. Jakupovic trying to play some mind games. See if it puts off the youngster. Methodical run up and a stutter. Amumensa right down the middle. 1-1. We go on to round number 3. No hesitation, just fired over Jakupovic. There really isn't much of a substitute for pure power from 12 yards. The goalkeeper barely has time to react. As now Yuval Cohen will step up to take his shot. Short run up for Cohen. And the stutter and the goal with authority into the top left. Chattanooga back on top. Just another day at the office for Yuval Cohen. Cool as you like. That had some real power behind it. So here, Reed Brown went the distance in his 5th start of the campaign for Orlando City B. Now tasked with taking a spot kick in round number 3. To keep it on level terms, Reed Brown sends Jakubovic the wrong way and silences the home crowd. First time Jakubovic has gone the wrong way. Now Luke Husakiewski. His lone goal of the season back on May 31st came against Orlando City B. Joined late last year after a 4-year career with UNC Charlotte. North Carolina native. But Chattanooga back on top, and he does. Guided effortlessly into the far side netting. And it's 3-2 CFC. Opens up the hips, gets the power behind it. Look at the emotion as well for the substitute. Now Brady Kendall's turn to keep his nerve. Kendall with a long run-up. Fired low and just sneaks by Jakubovic. Kicks the post in frustration. And we go into sudden death. Jakubovic read it all the way once again. Just going to get a glove to it. Farid Sarsar. The 51st match in a row he has played the full 90 minutes. Nearly 2 years straight of complete performances for last year's captain. Former Inter Miami 2-man. Mendoza, Argentina native. Hands on hips and a deep breath in the 5th round of the shootout. Slow run up from the center half, and it's saved! Rojas stands tall. Advantage Orlando. Farid Sarsar with the miscue. The goalkeeper didn't budge until the very last moment and gets 2 hands to it. Caleb Trombino with the last penalty kick and what could be the last laugh. For Orlando. Trombino to win it, and does. Orlando take the 2nd point in the rubber match. The substitutes combined in the shootout for 4 goals. And Orlando City B start to close the gap at the top of the Eastern Conference with the win on Chattanooga's home soil. 1-1 the final through regulation. Tonight's man of the match, the goal scorer for the visitors, none other than Pedro Leal. with his 8th of the campaign. Stevie Luis Jean canceled it out in the second half, but Orlando pick up the second point in the shootout. And here is another look at that goal. Tonight's man of the match presented by Adidas. The through ball off the foot of Issa Haruna from deep in midfield. Belgoodir with the pace to break in behind. Splits 3 defenders. And Leao with a looping touch for the breakthrough for the Lions. The Brazilian hits the samba and walks away with 2 points for his side. That'll do it from Finley Stadium for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. I'm Philip Galati. Once again, the final score 1-1 between Chattanooga and Orlando. The visitors take the extra point in the shootout. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night.